Nandipha Magudumana remains in custody following her court appearance yesterday. She faces charges of murder and aiding and abetting Bester in his escape. Police say more charges may be added. Let's discuss this now further with legal analyst Melusi Xulu from Donda Attorneys. Mr. Xulu, good morning and thank you very much for your time. Firstly, your impression of this case as a whole, starting with Dr. Magudumana's arrest, her first appearance, and then the decision to join the accused.
Yes, good morning to you, Mfundo, and viewers at home. Yes, obviously today Mr. Bester will be joined in the case and he will be charged for escaping from custody, which is a sentence, that sentence that he can get is a sentence of a fine or not more than 10 years imprisonment. So I'm expecting that he'll be charged based on Section 117 of the Correctional Services Act, and he'll be joined with the 4 accused that were charged this week as well.
Now, at this stage, the state is yet to share the contents of its docket. However, having listened to the parliamentary inquiry for the past few days, the past 2 days, in fact, it seems as though, like many are saying, more charges could be added. Some are even arguing that if we look at the doctrine of common purpose, perhaps if we look at just what happened to South 35, that was malicious damage to property, that perhaps all of them could be charged with malicious damage to property. Is that not far-fetched, though?
It's not far-fetched, Mfundo. Also, what we are seeing here is we see that there was an involvement of other officials, maybe high-ranking officials. It could be that as we go, or as we follow the case, more people will be charged because it shows that the accused, they had access to people who they could talk to. I mean, let's look at the fact that there was an awareness of the escape from May 2022 last year, and nothing was done. It shows that there is people that still need to be arrested, and there are more charges. And I agree with the people that say malicious damage to property might be added in other cases that will be relevant to this. Yeah.
So you're saying the decision to move so slowly in this matter is something that for some could lead to charges, because at this point it doesn't need to be looked at as them having been shocked by the matter, but rather being complicit, possibly.
Yes, I'm saying that it shows that there are people that might need to answer. Obviously, I don't want to speculate about the names that I'm thinking for now, but I do think that there are people who are high-ranking that need to answer to what happened.
And then for the victims or anybody else that would have fallen victim to Thabo Bester now after the escape, we always hear of how the Justice Minister can be actually sued for vicarious liability in this instance, where if there are crimes that are committed by an escapee, then you could still even sue the state if you became a victim of that person. For instance, if I got raped after he had escaped from prison. Is that something that is a possibility if victims were to surface right now?
It's possible, but for now, there hasn't been anyone that has stated that they've been raped allegedly by Mr. Bester, or the person who escaped. So I think until that happens, we'll then be able to analyze whether there is a case for it. But then it's possible because, I mean, he was in their custody and he escaped. So we will see it when it happens, Mfundo. Yeah.
And then just in closing, just looking at the charges that Dr. Magudumana faces, if the state were to succeed in proving its case, and I assume we're looking at custodial sentence here, what is the minimum sentence? Because we've got quite a large number of charges that have been preferred against her.
Yes, I will start with the charge of escaping, where she allegedly assisted Mr. Bester to escape based on Section 115 of the Correctional Services Act. If you look at that section, it says if you assist a prisoner to escape from custody and you hide him or harbor him from the police or from the authorities, you can get a charge. You can be charged and you can be sentenced to a fine or imprisonment not more than 10 years. That's just one of the charges. And I don't see her in this particular charge getting a fine. because it's very serious. I think she will get more. She will get imprisonment without a fine. With others, which includes murder and fraud, it shows that she'll be imprisoned. I don't see if she's found guilty. I must first state that I don't see her not being in prison for these charges because they are very serious. But there is a defense, Mfundo, that has been just popping up. If you've followed just in the last few hours, we've been told that she was forced. You know, he said Mr. Bester was treating her that he would kill her. I wonder if that's the defense she'll be using throughout the trial.
But just looking at the evidence and even what we've heard in Parliament, could such a defense hold? Because she was somebody that would visit Mr. Bester in prison. So one would think that at the very least, when he's in prison and you're on the outside, it would be a decision to come and visit him, would it not?
And the visits, Mfundo, started, I think, was it 2019, 2020? So it shows that she was there and not being forced by anyone. But I'm just saying that that's the defense she will use. But looking at the evidence, on the face of it, I must say, it looks like she was heavily involved in this case. So, but let's see how the link will be proved in court. As for now, we are speculating and analyzing.